Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we are going to do something very quick, very simple. Quite often when you want to do a card and you haven't got anything sort of prepared, or it's for something that you've just thought of, you want to do something quick. And the Stamparatus is really great for lining up and doing quick cards. It's also great for bulk. Now, there is a stamp set which is in, I've just taken the one that I'm going to use off, which is in the celebration. We only have a day or two left. End of February, which is 28 days. End of February, celebration ends. This stamp set is fantastic. If you haven't got a lot of sentiments and you're looking for some, this has 21 of them. And you've got your standard happy birthdays, sympathies, congratulations, but you've got lovely other ones as well. Hang in there is what we're using today. I've got a friend who's going through a really tough time at the moment, and I just want to send her a card that just says, hang in there. So great ones for doing quick, easy cards. So it's free. There's a link down below to my shop. You can always order. You can't buy celebration items. You can only get them for a qualifying order. So if you're putting an order in of £90 or more, haven't got this one, bear in mind you've only got a couple of days to get it. It's worth it. It has lovely sentiments. So we're going to make this a quick one, I said. So let's put this down on here. Stamparatus, perfect tool. Now I have taken just a scrap. I'm using black, I'm using a white card which is 1/4 of an inch smaller, and then I'm just used a scrap of designer series paper. Used this one the other day and I just had a little scrappy piece left over, which is the perfect size. This measures, for me it measures 3 3/4 by 2 1/4, and that just fits in on here with a perfect border. So it's only a tiny little piece, and what I want to do is I'm just going to line it up. I want this to be a hinge step, so I'm going to put I need to put it up sort of in the corner, don't I? So let me just get my hang in there, and I want that to come, let's just put it down in here. I want this to be even in on here and even in on my step down part. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just put it down. I can then pick that up. So I want it to come in between on here. I'm going to pick it up and then just put it down like that. Now, the good thing about using this hinge step, which we all know about it if you've got the Stamparatus. If you haven't, it's probably one of the best positioning tools I've come across, because you can do things like this. So this says hang in there. If I wanted it to be a little bit darker, all I have to do is to ink it up again and it will come in on exactly the same position. So you can get it as dark as you want. I'm then going to move it down one, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Put it down, pick it up, and I'm going to do 2. So put that in on there, pick it up, bring it down, ink it up again, press it down. And the good thing is, as I say, you can get it nice and dark. And then I'm going to pick it up and put it down again to just get it in at the bottom. just going to move my magnet across so that it's not going to go in the way. Oh, that's going to come right down at the bottom. That's fine. And then what I want to do is, because there's quite a bit of a space in between, I'm just going to clean it off, and I'm then going to position it again so it comes in on the middle. So just clean that off, put it back in where I want it. So this is going to come down in between, in the middle of these. So I can then have it just lined up about in the middle like that. Take my hinge, pick it up, put that in there, and then I can just literally go down and do another row. And I can do it as many times as I want. So that's perfect in there. I'm just going to ease that one up to that one so I can then move it down. Just ink that up. So this is how to do it very quickly. Now, if you haven't got a positioning tool, I do suggest trying the Stamping Up one, because it is brilliant. I do absolutely love it. But if you haven't got it, then you can just stamp it straight down. You don't have to have it, you know, you can line it up as straight as you can get it, if you see what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly just use my Simply Chamois to clean this up. But yes, the Stamparatus is something which, you know, I use. I don't use enough, actually. I do use it quite a lot, but I don't use it enough. You know, you can use it all the time. It is absolutely perfect. You have two plates so that you can have your plates coming from the top and down. You can have your plates coming from the side. There's two of them. It's just, yes, it's brilliant. You've got grids, you've got grid paper. It's perfect. If you look back on my videos, you'll see I've done lots with the Stamparatus. So I'm not going to do any more on it because, as I say, I wanted this to be quite quick. So we now have, let's take that out. So we now have our base, whoops, which is like that. We've got a very simple piece of designer series paper, which is just going to have hanging there on there, like that. And you can just literally have it like that, or you can do a mat and you can mat it round, or you can do a little bit of both in on here. So if I take the paper that went with this, which is the, let me find it, the Friendly Hello, which comes, so if you've got some paper, you've probably got some of the Friendly Hello, and we've got some little spots on here. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take the little speckles on here. Let me see if I can find them. They should be in on here somewhere. Let me just have a look. I think they're in underneath on here. Some which are in on the top, some which are in on the bottom. Oh, why is it when you're looking for something you can't find it? There they are. Right, so these are the tiny little speckles which are on here. And as I've always said, you know, speckles will tie things in quite nicely. So with this, what I'm going to do is I am just going to take some black ink. We've got our hanging there, which looks lovely on there, but I'm just going to take some black ink and I'm going to put that in so that it's level. And then I'm just going to take this from the edge and across. and I'm going to take it from the edge and across on here. Whoops. Just want to have it so that it's pretty level. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to take it on each one of the corners first, like that, and then I'm going to take that one out, that one out, that one out, and that one out. And then I just want to add a little speckle onto each one of these, but I don't want it to be necessarily coming all over it. So I'm just going to do some little tiny pieces like that. Okay, so that's going to be our paper, which is going to go down on here. This is then going to come in over the top, and we can then put that in on dimensionals, or we can just take it straight. But then all you've got is just a little bit here on the corner. I would add some jewels or things on there to just tie it in a little bit, and then you've got it quite pretty. You could just keep it plain if you wanted to, but I think just having this little bit on here makes it look quite pretty, ties it in quite a lot. But what I do need to do is, now I'm going to glue this, and then I'm going to finish it off with some jewels in on here. So let's put this in down sort of in on the center here with the space, so you've got your hanging there on there. And then I'm just going to add some pretty jewels in on here. Now let me see what I've got, which is don't think I've got anything which is green. I have all sorts in here, as you can see. I've got quite a lot of, now you see those are green, they're old ones, but they are, what were they called, Noble Peacock. They're quite good. They're quite a bright greeny colour, but they will work. Now I haven't got enough of them all on one colour, but we'll have one in here. We'll have one, I've just put that, there we go. Have one in on that corner. We'll have one down in on the bottom of here. But use whatever you've got. All I'm trying to do is to show you how to just jazz it up a little bit without doing a mat on it, because I didn't want the mat to distract from it. So there you are. You've got your pretty little bits in on there. Very quick, very simple. Something that you can, you can add the pieces to it. You can leave them as they are. Entirely up to you. But it's one that you've just used your sentiment to show it. So that's the sentiment, which is special moments from the celebration, which finishes end of the month, 28th. So you've only got a couple of days. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.